Tell us what your name is, my brother.
Man, Miracle Hendrix.
Miracle Hendrix.
AKA Pookie.
AKA, see, that's how I know you.
AKA MC Fresh.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's Miracle Hendrix, the owner of Miracle's Closet, and you are now watching The Conversation.
The name Miracle, very interesting name. The word miracle has a quote unquote spiritual connotation to it. Is there any reason why your mom chose the name you Miracle?
The doctor told my mom she couldn't have any kids.
Okay.
So her whole thing is when she was, having complications with the pregnancy, she said, when I do have my baby, I'm gonna name him Miracle.
And that's exactly what you are, man.
Yeah.
A miracle. So where are you from, brother?
I'm from Texas County. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised.
Okay.
I moved to the Colony, Texas. Well, Dallas, Texas, when I was like 2 or 3.
Okay.
But I went to elementary school in the Colony, Texas.
Okay.
So shouts out to my people in the Colony.
I got you.
Still love.
But you came back home.
We moved back. I lost my father. I ain't gonna say he's not my biological father, but all I knew he was my dad.
Okay.
I think he had like a brain aneurysm or something similar like that off a bad car wreck. So lost him when I was like 8. Right after my sister was born.
Okay.
And then we ended up moving back here.
You and your mom, y'all moved back to Texarkana.
Mm-hmm.
You went to school at Pine Street.
Yeah, well, I take it back. When we moved here, I enrolled 5th grade at 15th Street. I went to 15th Street.
Oh, you old school.
Okay.
All right.
Roseville,
Okay.
15th Street. And then 6th grade, we did 6th grade at Westline. Because I was staying in Beverly. I was staying in Beverly with my aunt.
Okay.
So,
I used to stay over there off of Jerome Street.
Right on. So we went to Westline, 6th grade. And then I think I did 7th, 8th grade at Pine Street.
And then Texas High School.
And then Texas High.
Okay, so now, how did you get into fashion? Like, you own your own clothing store, and I've been rocking with you since, back in the early days before you ever had a location.
Right.
What got you into fashion?
I mean, even back then, man, I was, even as a kid, just wanted to be fresh. Mama with her, she tried to bless me as she could.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still today, my first pair of J's was on white and maroon 6s.
Oh, yeah?
And it was just like, I had to, stay fresh to match up with my J's. So, I was always into fashion, but as I kind of grasped it to where I'm at now, a partner of mine, Corey Pre.
T. Pre.
Yeah, T. Pre was going to school at Prairie View.
Absolutely. We were at school at the same time, in school at the same time at Prairie View.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
So, at that time, I used to just, I'd drive to Houston every other weekend or something to go kick it with them.
Yeah.
But, in the yard, they were live at PV.
Oh, yeah.
So, we was going down there, and one weekend, I just seen Pre out there. He was popping trunks, selling shoes, purses. He had Air Force Ones. He was getting it.
He did.
And I was like, bro, you got to turn me on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got to turn me on to this, man. Like,
yeah,
bro, I can move this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he like, shoot, Poop, get your bread right. Come back and holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Okay.
So, at the time I was working at Countrywide. So we used to get like little bonuses every 2 weeks, if you meet your numbers.
Gotcha.
So, shoot, I had like probably about $1,000 bonus check. So boom, I said, Pre, I'm on my way. I'm on with it.
Yeah.
So he said, all right, follow me to the H. He made me in it. Well, once I got there, we went to the H.
Okay.
And went to the little spot where where you
I know
get
exactly
stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get the little frock. So shit, I'm breaking bread. Like
over off of Harvard.
Off of Harvard, Erwin and Harvard. Yeah,
it's Harvard.
That's it. Harvard.
Trust me, I know. I lived in the H for a long time.
So we off around the little Korean lady. So the Korean lady hooked me up, man, and so of course, I took my product to Dallas and just just try to sell it to our people I knew.
So is that how you came up with the pop trunk deal? Because you were moving clothing, and I say your items, all of your inventory out of the trunk.
Right.
Like how was that? Like was it because of T. Pre that you got into? Man, listen, I'm just gonna pull up on you and sell clothes.
I mean, it was more of, I ain't gonna lie, he was a major influence, like, for me to see it. It's like, but it's like I knew I could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, soon as I got my first set, like that next week I was back, and he like, damn, bro, you sold it that fast. I'm like, man,
really?
I know.
So it came like second nature to you?
It was like second nature, but at the same time, I knew it was a need. Like I knew, as long as I had something new, exclusive, fresh,
you knew
I could push that, bro. I could push it.
Okay, so now you had to graduate at some point from being in the trunk. What did you graduate to?
Well, I mean, during that time, I just kind of went through a whole bunch of little obstacles. So I couldn't say just immediate graduation, because it was more of like of the process of me selling those, clothes, purses, and going back and forth.
Yeah.
I had immediately came to the conclusion like I'm really out here hustling somebody else's name.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like I'm pushing, Jordan. I'm out here really working for somebody else's name, but at the same time, it's fun, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can I make it better? Like,
Yeah.
how can this be my product, my
Absolutely.
name? Something I can come up and create to where now, if I try to sell you a shoe, you can't just, you can't just go to the mall and go get this same shoe.
It's exclusive.
It's exclusive.
You have to come to it.
Yeah, so it's like, how can I figure out this to be strictly exclusive?
Okay.
So it was just a process of that, though.
So now, how did you come up with the name? Like, obviously you have a special name.
Right.
The meaning behind it, with your mom giving it to you because, you were her miracle baby.
Right.
How did you come up with what your name was going to be for your clothing?
It's crazy. One of my customers, she used to really come by the apartment at that time.
Okay.
Excuse me, I had an apartment in Carrollton over there Trinity Mill. So she was coming by the apartment like, Miracle, what you got over there in Miracle's Closet? But she was talking about my apartment. I was like, man, that's it. That's it.
Just that simple.
I was like, that's it. So, in all honesty, at that current time, I was saying that my store was going to be Miracle's Closet. I was never thinking about the brand at that current time when she said that.
Okay.
I said, that's it. When I have my store, it's going to be Miracle's Closet. So, boom, on my next shipment, when I had to go to Houston, I like, I was knocking on my stove food, Miracle Closet. He's like, that's dope. That ring, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, man, when I heard my customer say I put it to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make it work.
Okay.
And I just kept it. And so just going through the process of it, it's like, you already got the name. How can I turn that name into a brand?
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing about owning your own, that's a difficult process for a young black man who took his own money, did not go to a bank and get a loan. Did you do any of that?
Nah.
Okay, so this was based upon, man, when I'm working a job, I'll make a bonus, I'll come back, it's almost, I hate to say it, it's almost like the drug game.
Exactly.
And once I get my product out here on the streets, the people want it. I gotta re-up, so I gotta take that money, bring it back. Now, instead of me pushing you the plug.
Right.
Instead of you the connect, like you got all the shipment.
Right.
So now you ran into some trouble at some point.
Yeah.
Because I know you know what I mean? Right. You ran into a little trouble, and as we all do, you were young. At what age were you when you first started with T-Pre? I'm going to say about 19, 20?
I was fresh out of, I was probably, I was working in Countrywide. I had it been every bit of 22 maybe.
22. Okay.
Probably.
So now, in the process of starting Miracle's Closet, you were driving from Dallas, coming to Texarkana, selling your product out of the trunk of your car. I remember the first place I met you at to purchase something was at Hooters on State Line.
Right. Hooters was the spot. And I you know what? The manager of Hooters, I really appreciate him. He was the only, for his restaurants, that let me get down. There was a few restaurants kind of let me do my thing, but he was the only one that really promoted. Hey, Miracle's gonna be in to do with the Miracle Closet shirt.
Really?
Hey.
He showed love.
Man, free food, everything. Long as you bring that same crowd, you've been,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you were bringing him business, and in turn it was
But all the it was straight. You know what I'm saying? Until it got to the point where it kind of got a little bit too much.
Oh.
But for us, all the other restaurants, he always say he was the only one that kind of you know what, you ain't really hurting my business. You really kind of helping me. You know what I'm saying? You kind of bringing people here.
Okay. So now you went from the trunk to your aunt's Flower shop?
Yeah, Lily's Flowers.
Lily's Flowers. Now, was the trouble before or after you moved into your shop?
Shouts out to all the viewers, everybody that's been watching this YouTube. Stay tuned for the next series, and please go follow Flat 5 Television and at Derek Keener, and check out the website at shoplucyfresh.com at Miracles Positive. See you next time.